In my past life, the whole company won a week-long trip to Thailand in a draw. Once we landed, I hit the jackpot of $1 million. However, I noticed that the number and letters on my entry card matched my blood type and age. I advised my friend not to go, feeling that the trip was ill-fated, especially since the company was deeply in debt and struggling to pay salaries. She reluctantly sold her entry card to another colleague at a low price, and that colleague won the $1 million jackpot in Thailand. My friend was furious and poisoned my food, killing me. "You're blocking my path to wealth, you won't have a good end." When I opened my eyes again, she was holding the entry card and asking me if I wanted to go. I decided not to interfere. "Go, of course you should go. I have a feeling you'll definitely win the $1 million. "It's great, I won the top prize." "What did you win, Lele?" As I slowly opened my eyes in the midst of my good friend and colleague, Zhou's excited voice. Looking at the familiar top prize winning card in my hand, I suddenly realized what was happening. I had been reborn. Next to me, Zhou took the card from my hand without waiting for my response. "Let me see what you won. You definitely aren't as lucky as I am." As soon as she flipped the card over, her face fell.
"How is this possible? They said there's only one top prize. How could you win it?"
"So, are you going or not?" In an instant, all my memories from my past life flooded back. The company had been losing money for nearly half a year, and wages had been unpaid for 2 months. The head of the company painted a rosy picture. Everyone should have faith in the company. "The prizes will definitely satisfy you, and there's a super grand prize." Then, within a month, the company hired around 100 new employees, all young graduates in their early 20s. The advantages of hiring young people were obvious: they were cheap and physically capable. Given the company's financial situation, it didn't seem possible that they needed so many new employees. A series of unusual actions made me sense a strange atmosphere. I considered quitting my job. But Zhou wasn't worried. "You're just overthinking. The company CEO knows better than you."
"The super grand prize is supposedly a trip to Thailand. I've even started preparing my swimsuits."
"Can you stop being so paranoid and ruining my mood?" My concerns weren't alleviated. Instead, they grew stronger on the day of the welcoming party. On the day of the party, each person had a card at their seat. I opened mine and found that I had won the top prize. But before I could celebrate, the combination of numbers and letters on the card made my heart skip a beat. UB0124. I was AB blood type, born in '01, and was exactly 24 years old that year. The company had announced on stage that this was a company benefit and everyone could go to Thailand. Upon arrival, using the entry card, we could also draw for a $1 million prize. If we didn't go, not only would we get nothing, but we'd also have to be on duty at the company. Zhou excitedly held up her entry card and asked me,
"Are you going or not? If so, I need to prepare my swimsuits."
I was worried in my heart. After thinking overnight, I decided not to go and advised her against it. "That place is too sensitive. You're after money, but they're after lives. Let's stay safe in China instead." She hesitated for a long time and finally sold her entry card to a colleague for 200 yuan. But unexpectedly, her entry card really won the $1 million prize. Zhou was furious and stormed to the company, shouting at me loudly.
"You blocked my path to wealth. What kind of heart do you have? If it weren't for you, I could have paid off my online loans. The debt collectors are coming to my door. They're going to kill me. You need to compensate me, or I'll kill you."
She was so enraged that she didn't even know that the colleague who won had posted on social media before losing contact. I explained to her.
"Colleague little son told me they confiscate phones as soon as they arrive in Thailand."
"How did that post get out? Doesn't that seem suspicious to you? We can figure out the money slowly. Let's work on it together." But she wouldn't listen. She accused me of being jealous. "You're scared I'll get promoted and earn more, so you're stopping me from going. Boss said this trip is related to promotions. You left me with nothing, you won't have a good end. She came at me with a knife like a madwoman, but I dodged her quickly. She left with a parting threat. You just wait, this isn't over. But she didn't leave. Instead, she bought a box of poison and put it in my takeout. After eating, I vomited blood, and she watched coldly. You deserve to die. You deserve to die. I know your bank card password. After you die, I'll be set. She used her high heel to step on my face repeatedly until my eyeballs burst, and my skin was a bloody mess. I was beyond struggling. She brought over a wolf dog that bit away at my flesh. The agonizing pain and her hysterical screams were my last sensations of the world. I was unwilling to accept my fate. If I got a second chance, I would definitely watch her go to her death without saying a word. I didn't expect that I really got reborn. When Zhou met my gaze again, I decisively handed her my entry card. Go, of course you should go. I have a feeling this $1 million is definitely yours. But I'm not feeling well, I can't take a plane. I won't go, and I'll give you my entry card too. Zhou pretended to be regretful before quickly taking my card. I'll go by myself then. If I win, I'll treat you to dinner. I nodded. Dinner? If you can come back. Zhou began frantic online shopping. All sorts of travel outfits, every piece was shared on her social media.
Hey, why didn't you like my latest post?
I followed her link to her social media and liked the post. Just about to exit, I saw a pending delivery screenshot with recommendations below it, including a picture of strong rat poison. Rat poison. She has a cat at home, she wouldn't usually buy this. In my past life, I was poisoned with just this rat poison. She remains unaware that I've discovered her plan and continues talking nonstop. These 8 items, take them to your place to return. Use your address for the return. Just as I was about to throw the clothes and packaging back in her face. My phone vibrated, a debt collection text message popped up. Zhou, because you maliciously defaulted, we will start external investigations in your area tomorrow. Please prepare yourself for the consequences. External investigations? Almost forgot about this. In my past life, I encountered this.
External investigation.
Actually, 3 debt collectors cornered me at the company entrance. Zhou, the actual debtor, sneaked away and watched from behind a corner as I was dragged into a car by the collectors. Before we even left the city, 2 of them undressed me. I gritted my teeth and jumped out of the window to escape. Luckily, passers-by saved me, and I spent a week in the hospital with severe injuries. Zhou didn't care.
They're just bluffing to scare you. You jumped out of the car because you wanted to end your life.
Now, Zhou has no idea I've been reborn and is still plotting her next move. She remains clueless that I have now recognized her plan and am silently observing her actions. I'll let her commit the same mistake again, right under my watchful eye. I won't make a sound until it's too late for her. This time, let's let them play a trick on her again. Zhou, if you go to Thailand, I'll feed your cat for you. Zhou, still unaware, excitedly put away her phone. Of course you'll feed it, otherwise, I won't treat you to dinner when I get back. I looked at the person in front of me and discreetly clenched my fists. I forced a smile onto my lips. Okay, what's your door lock password? She didn't suspect a thing. She gave me the password. During my lunch break, I secretly entered her home and installed a camera. Before finishing work, I contacted the online loan company that was collecting debt from her.
She's about to run off to Thailand, you need to hurry.
Then I waited quietly at the bottom of her apartment building for the collectors to arrive. Before long, as soon as the sky darkened, 3 sturdy men headed straight in my direction, entering the building without hesitation. The elevator went directly to the 15th floor, and the numbers stopped jumping. The floor was correct. I opened the video monitoring app. The sound of unlocking came from outside the door. It was them, all right. I crouched in the dark at the entrance, holding my phone, eagerly looking forward to a good show. Switching to the bathroom camera, I finally saw Zhou naked in the shower, barely visible through the steam. Still clueless, she was happily humming a tune. Meanwhile, the three men closed the apartment door and walked right into her home without hesitation. They made a sweep of the place before stopping in front of the bathroom door. The three of them snickered, then pushed open the bathroom door with a sudden splash.
Where's the slut? Aw, you're in here.
Zhou was terrified. Her expression was as if she had seen a ghost. She frantically began to put on her clothes. The men didn't care for her life. One of them yanked open the bathroom door and dragged her out. They dragged her, kicking and screaming, like a wet dog. Zhou cried out for mercy, flailing about and knocking over everything. The scene inside was a mess in an instant. They dragged her to the couch and finally stopped. Zhou turned over and immediately knelt down to beg for mercy. Brother, I'll definitely pay the money back. I definitely will. Please, let me put some clothes on first, okay? One of the men swung his hand and slapped her. He grabbed her hair, slamming her head onto the coffee table. His rough hand touched her body, and his coarse voice sent chills down her spine.
What do you have to pay with? I see your body might be worth something.
Do you want to sell your kidney in Thailand, or are you thinking of escaping? Zhou looked up in terror.
Brother, no, I didn't mean to escape. I'm going for the lottery. The company might win $1 million prize.
There are only 100 people drawing, and I'm sure I'll win. I'll pay back immediately if I do. The leading thug burst into laughter at her words.
A lottery? This silly woman thinks she'll pay back with a lottery win, haha.
The three began to laugh and started smashing her home with baseball bats. Zhou was so frightened she looked about to lose her soul. She crawled a few steps, grabbing the leader's pants and snuggling into his arms. Brother, stop smashing, I'll definitely pay you back. My friend has 30,000, I can call her over. The thug stopped his actions. Will your friend lend you money? Zhou clung to the lifeline. No need to borrow, just need to get her bank card. I know her password. You see, brother, I've already bought rat poison. If she doesn't hand it over, I'll kill her. Call her over, when she arrives, the two of us can take care of you gentlemen, okay? The three thugs exchanged glances, snickered, and handed Zhou a phone. The next moment, my phone rang. Zhou's voice tried to sound calm. Where are you? Come to my place, I'll tell you how to feed the cat. On camera, the three thugs had Zhou surrounded. She spoke quickly.
My cat has a urinary issue. Come over, and I'll show you how to feed it.
I glanced at the time, it was 6 p.m. This was the perfect time for square dancing. I quickly sent a message to my mom. Mom, is Zhou's mom dancing with you?
Yes, she's leading the dance. She's quite proud.
I smiled. My mom and Zhou's mom have always competed in leading dances. Maybe today will be different, perhaps her mom won't have the face to lead dances anymore. You go along with Zhou's mom, and bring a few people too. Tomorrow, you'll definitely be the leader. After arranging that, I excused myself on the phone. I don't have time right now, how about tomorrow? The thug grasped Zhou's hair tightly at my words. Zhou cowered and retreated a bit. No time? Don't you think of me as your friend anymore? You're refusing to do this small favor? In the monitoring, she turned back to smile obsequiously at the thugs behind her. Hurry up and come over. Oh, by the way, when you come, help me buy 2 boxes of that stuff. I plan to pack them. She finished speaking, and the 3 thugs laughed even harder. Never seen a victim so cooperative, helping them prepare the crime tools themselves. Okay, I'll definitely help you buy them. I'll have your mom buy them for you. In my past life, I was caught by 3 strong men and escaped by jumping out of the car after being taken away. After that, Zhou spread rumors that I was involved with multiple men, and her mom gossiped about it everywhere in our district. When the rumors reached my mom, it had escalated to me being impregnated by 2 or 3 men and having an abortion in the hospital. My mom was furious and argued with Zhou mom. She suffered from high blood pressure and was hospitalized for half a month. This time, I'll let Zhou taste the bitterness of being caught by her mom while being loved by 3 men. Okay, I'll come right over. I agreed immediately and then called Zhou's mom. Since they live nearby, it would take only 20 minutes to arrive. Auntie, Zhou's phone isn't reachable, and she said something about feeding the cat, which is our secret code for danger. Has she contacted you? You wait, I'll dial to check. Soon, the phone on the other side rang, only for it to be swiftly hung up by one of the men. Zhou's mom replied. She didn't answer. What if something's really happened? I replied.
I'm on my way. Auntie, why don't you come too? It's better if we bring a few more people. I'm afraid something might happen.
I waited downstairs for a bit, and Zhou's mom arrived with 4 or 5 people, all wearing their uniform square dance outfits. They are all familiar neighbors of ours. I know them well. Not only are they strong, but their mouths can match a loudspeaker. My mom followed behind.
What's going on with all this secrecy?
I pulled out my phone to show my mom. On the monitoring app, a spicy real-life show was unfolding. Zhou was sandwiched between 3 men, looking utterly bewildered. My mom almost screamed. I immediately covered her mouth. Mom, just watch from behind for now. Tomorrow, you can spread the news. Zhou's mom was still proudly showing off her dance moves and grew concerned, pulling me over.
Is she hiding something from me? Tell me, Lele. Just because we grew up together, do I automatically know what's happening to her?
You, who gave birth to and raised her, don't even know her well. Auntie, let's go upstairs. We'll know everything once we're there. Zhou's mom forced a smile. It's probably just a false alarm. I stopped in my tracks.
Oh, right. Zhou asked me to bring something. I almost forgot.
I quickly went to a convenience store and bought 2 boxes of baby fart pillows, handing them directly to Zhou's mom. Auntie, give these to her. I led the way upstairs. The group exchanged glances, unsure what show I was putting on, but their curiosity was piqued. They followed me enthusiastically. I arrived at Zhou's apartment door and softly knocked. Inside, the sounds of panting suddenly stopped. Everyone's expression changed, guessing what had happened. Zhou opened the door with a red face. Laughing, she pulled my arm. Come on in quickly.
Let me introduce you to my friends.
She moved aside, revealing 3 large men behind her, equally disheveled, and they eyed me suspiciously. However, seeing the people behind me, they couldn't maintain their smiles.
Mom, why are you here? What's going on, Xiaoyu? Who are these people? What were you doing with them?
Zhou's mom stormed in, furious. Following her mom, several aunties poured into the apartment. The living room was a mess, and clothes were scattered all over the bedroom floor. There were spots and various plastic items mixed with liquids on the ground. My mom immediately pulled out her phone and started recording. Zhou's mom slapped Zhou.
You came out of the house and got into this mess. Is that your intention?
Zhou was scared.
Mom, listen to me explain.
Zhou's mom was enraged and slapped Zhou repeatedly.
Are you shameless?
Your father is shameless, and you're just like him. Zhou's dad was notorious for cheating, and many women had stepped into their home. Therefore, Zhou's mom deeply despised such chaotic relationships. Zhou knew her mom's sensitivity and always pretended to be a good girl. In a way, she should thank me. If I hadn't helped her this time, there would always be distance between her and her mom, and Zhou would have to pretend in front of her mom. I pulled Zhou's mom along and fueled the fire. Auntie, it's normal for young people, as long as Zhou is safe. Zhou's mom was even more indignant.
Rubbish! She's shameless.
She flung the 2 boxes of baby fart pillows at Zhou.
Do you need more? Should I go buy more?
The 3 men saw things weren't going well and quickly got dressed to leave. The aunties, still excited for the drama, grabbed them.
Look at you, so tall and strong. Xiaoyu was so polite when she was little. Who knew she'd turn out like this?
The group started chattering, snapping photos with their phones. Zhou was beaten and bruised, sitting on the floor crying loudly. Do you think I wanted them to take advantage of me? I had no choice. They wanted money, or else they'd kill me. What could I do? Zhou's mom's eyes turned dark.
How much do you owe? You're risking your life for debt?
Zhou's mom went berserk and punched one of the men. The thug pushed her away, and she stumbled backward, hitting the coffee table. The man had cooled down from the earlier chaotic scene.
You owe money, pay it back. If not, we'll come back, and next time, it won't be so easy.
If you dare report us to the police, you're dead. Zhou trembled and nodded. The 3 men turned to leave. Zhou's mom crawled over to Zhou.
How much do you owe? How much did you borrow?
When she saw Zhou's phone, she fell silent. I went up to look and gasped. Adding it all up, the total was about 1 million. My mom's eyes widened, looking at me. I winked, trying to comfort her. I pulled Zhou's mom down to sit. Take it easy, auntie. At least Zhou is safe, right? The debt can be paid slowly, sell the house, borrow some money, it can be resolved. You should calm down, if anything happens to you, it won't be worth it. Zhou's mom cried, getting angrier the more she was comforted. She was a retired teacher who had enjoyed a glorious career. Now, her daughter had caused such a scandal, enough to give her a headache. Teaching out a daughter like Zhou, she deserved it. Zhou panicked at the mention of selling the house.
I can attend the lottery draw. Our company is going to Thailand for it.
We might win $1 million, and if I do, everything will be solved. I'll definitely win, you have to believe me this one time, Mom. Everyone looked at her as if she were crazy. But Zhou was deeply trapped in her fantasy of winning. Zhou's mom went ballistic. Can't you earn money honestly to pay back your debts?
How much money you earn is how much you spend. You've dug such a deep hole, don't you see?
What sin did I commit to not have a peaceful day? Zhou became chaotic and pulled out her lottery entry card. Mom, believe me, I can win. This number is definitely going to win. Her mom snatched the card.
You're crazy. How dangerous is Thailand? Does your company even pay wages? Why are they giving you a lottery?
Zhou wouldn't listen, pushing her mom away and grabbing the card back.
You're always yelling. Can you even help me with the money? What use are you, a retired language teacher? You can only string together fancy sentences.
Her mom was so angry she clutched her head and suddenly fainted. They rushed her to the hospital and managed to save her life. Zhou posted a rant online.
Parents can't give you advice, they only add stress.
After all the struggles, I've decided to take a chance. Follow our Thailand team building trip for updates. Under the post, many fans gave her likes. Netizens love drama, regardless of the truth. Some people even supported her. Your life is in your hands, take control. The company's Thailand trip post started to gain traction. Netizens were curious whether the trip was a reward or a trap. Zhou wasn't to be outdone and started a live broadcast on Weibo. Don't worry, it's definitely safe. What danger could there be?
After all, risks and opportunities coexist. Take a chance, and who knows what could happen.
I'll broadcast live from there, follow this account to see. Some recognized her as the woman from the viral video with 3 men, and her traffic surged. I created a new account and discreetly followed her. In my past life, I died the day after they arrived in Thailand. I have no knowledge of what happened afterward. Now, I'm curious whether she'll get the $1 million or lose her life. The day of the trip to Thailand finally arrived. Zhou wore a revealing top with the live broadcast camera hidden inside. The unique perspective earned her a lot of traffic. I followed using a private account and suddenly saw her aim the camera at me. I quickly put away my phone and put on headphones. Her mocking voice grew louder as she approached from behind. This is the only person from our company who didn't come. Let me show you all what a coward looks like. Feel free to roast her. When I return safely, I'll throw your words right back in her face. Zhou came up to me, sneering.
Are you really not going?
Are you afraid of dying? She laughed mockingly and slapped her chest against my face. I smiled. I picked up the teacup on the table and sipped it calmly. Yes, I'm not going. After all, I don't owe anyone money, so I don't need to take risks. Zhou's face turned green with anger.
Are you sick or something?
As everyone from the company gathered, they headed to the airport together. Zhou chattered excitedly all the way until she turned off her phone after boarding. About 5 hours later, Zhou's account sent a notification that she was going live again. I logged in and saw Zhou speaking in a subdued tone.
We're about to hand over our phones. The company says a high-level visitor is arriving and is worried we might leak secrets.
But don't worry, I have a backup phone. This live stream will continue. As long as there's internet and power, I'll stay with you. I sipped my tea, thinking about what happened in my past life. In my past life, everyone's phones were confiscated as soon as they landed. This time, with Zhou's hidden camera, would there be a twist? Zhou's live broadcast continued. After handing over their phones, everyone was taken onto a large iron-plated bus. The bus driver seemed local, speaking Thai. The comments on the live stream flew by quickly.
This bus looks like it's transporting pigs. Is this a tour or war? The blogger might be in danger. It seems like they're in a bad situation.
Zhou quietly defended the company. It's fine, guys. The tickets were free, and so was the bus. What more could you want?
Come on, it's a trip. Let's focus on having fun.
The bus was packed with people and luggage. Zhou wore a revealing dress and was squished against the window. The camera faced outside, but snoring sounds were heard around her. The scenery outside changed from urban to rural areas. It wasn't until the sky began to darken that the bus stopped. Don't sleep, get off quickly. The moment the bus stopped, a Southeast Asian-looking man hit the side of the bus with a wooden stick. Zhou startled awake. As the camera panned, more and more scenes unfolded. The viewers in the live chat gasped.
Is that blood on the ground? I saw it too. What kind of place is this? This can't be the infamous What Fra Phi, right?
Zhou, oblivious, adjusted her top. Sorry, guys, I dozed off. We've finally arrived. Does anyone know where this is? Is it fun? I'll definitely go check it out tomorrow. After speaking, she grabbed her luggage and stepped off the bus. The camera continued to pan, revealing the overview of the structure. It was surrounded by dense barbed wire. Far away, tall and short men stood in line, holding unknown weapons, watching those who got off the bus like they were sheep to be slaughtered. This could only be What Fra Phi. Zhou seemed to have lost her mind, curiously looking around.
Wow, what big shots are coming! They're setting up such a scene!
The comments in the live chat were urging her to run, but she couldn't see them. She followed the crowd, bewildered, towards the open space enclosed by people. Zhou patted one of the armed men.
Hey, big brother, who's coming?
Suddenly, the camera lowered, and Zhou's sharp cry shocked everyone. She received a fierce slap. She screamed and covered her face.
What the hell are you hitting me for?
This scream triggered a chain reaction. All the guns were pointed at her. Zhou cowered behind her luggage, growling. What are you doing? In this tense moment, a figure resembling a leader appeared. Some viewers recognized him.
It's him! The one responsible for the facility where my brother was trapped! Blogger is in deep trouble!
Line up, men on one side, women on the other. Zhou hesitated for a long time before someone slapped her again. It took her a while to stand up straight. The camera shook for a while before stabilizing. Her voice was filled with fear.
Friends, please help me report this.
Just as she said that, someone with a metal detector found something on her. The next moment, a scream followed, and the camera lens shattered. At that moment, the live stream had over 10,000 viewers. Some people always dream of making money, it's only right they end up like this.
Is this place harvesting kidneys? It's made a fortune with all these people.
Someone, report the police. The live stream was blocked. Not long after, an update appeared on Zhou's friend circle. It was worth the trip, the scenery is wonderful, and I even won $1 million prize. There was a photo of someone holding the winning entry card. The hands were dark and chubby, clearly not Zhou's. I laughed. I quietly gave a like. In the comments, I wrote, "I said you could win. Come back and treat me to dinner." There was no response from her. The next day, the police came to my door. I cooperated with their inquiries and made a statement. It wasn't until 6 months later that I heard news about Zhou again. My phone rang with an unknown number. It was a scam call. "Hello, your insurance has expired. If you don't renew, all your savings will be void." Just as I was about to hang up, the person on the other side lowered their voice.
Don't hang up, it's me.
I felt a jolt. It was Zhou. Her voice quickly returned to normal. "Do you want to renew? If you do, 80% of the principal will be waived, and you'll get it back with interest in a year." On the other end, she paused for a moment.
Save me, ask my mom for $30,000 and send it to this account. I can get out.
The voice on the other end was trying to calm down but was teary. "Please, save me. Please. Friends? In my past life, I died such a tragic death thanks to this friend." I held the phone away.
Hello? What are you saying? I have poor signal. Hello? Who is this?
Zhou on the other end went crazy. "It's me, Zhou. Please save me." I pretended I had just comprehended. "Oh, Zhou. Weren't you supposed to go for the lottery? Why haven't you come back? Are you homesick? Feel free to return home anytime, don't forget to ride your motorcycle." Zhou burst into tears. "I want to go home, I want to return. This place isn't for humans." She continued sobbing. "Please save me, when I get back, I'll give you anything you want." I chuckled. "What do you have to give me? The rat poison you bought?" Zhou choked. "You listen to me, I didn't plan to use that rat poison on you." I was desperate. Desperate? I sipped my tea. "Right, you're always innocent. You're in debt because your mom didn't make you a rich kid, so you're innocent. You tried to kill me because I wouldn't lend you money as your friend, so you're innocent. What I dislike most about you is that you always think you're never wrong." Zhou went mad. However, she didn't change. "Do you want to see me die? Why didn't you stop me earlier? You didn't come yourself and watched me jump into the fire pit? My life is ruined because of you, I won't forgive you even when I'm a ghost. Look at this, it's my fault again. A person like her will never change unless they're reborn." I chuckled and lifted my teacup. "It's because I was timid, I wasn't as bold as you. Oh, by the way, I won't renew the insurance. Find someone else." "Nothing else, I'll hang up now." Before the call ended, there were footsteps getting closer on her end. Zhou's terrified screams shook the phone. The call disconnected, and all sounds disappeared. I looked out the window at the beautiful spring scenery and refilled my teacup. I finished the whole cup before calling the police. After all, there were many innocent people trapped there besides her. I received a call today that seemed to be from Zhou. The other party mentioned an account. I don't know if it will help with the case. Fortunately, the account was useful. The police successfully raided the scam facility, and everyone was sent back to their countries. Zhou Yu's mom called me to help identify her. What needed identification? A corpse or human remains? I agreed immediately. At the police station, people were coming and going, some were crying and embracing relatives, while others were handcuffed. I was first taken to a group of people who could move around freely, but Zhou Yu wasn't there. I let out a long sigh. Then I was led to the morgue. As one white cloth after another was lifted, the gruesome scenes unfolded. Some had wounds from the neck to the waist, others had their arms broken. But even after seeing all of them, Zhou Yu wasn't there. I felt slightly disappointed. Looking through the human remains, there was still no sign of Zhou Yu. Just then, a police officer shouted, "There's another one in the mental hospital. Bring her here quickly." When I arrived at the mental hospital, I finally saw a familiar face. Her previously smooth face was now gaunt like a skeleton. She hugged a doll and murmured something. "Dear, dear, thank you, dear." "Zhou Yu, do you recognize me?" She turned her head at my voice. She grinned at me with very few teeth left, her tongue split into two parts like a snake's tongue that wriggled back and forth. I forced myself to suppress my discomfort. "Officer, what happened to her?" "She was beaten stupid, lost a kidney, and was saved from the operating table. Sign here, the family can take her home." Once they took her home, people from the whole neighborhood came to see. "Hey, Xiao Yu, do you recognize me?"
Is this Xiao Yu? How could she change so much?
I laughed and pushed away the crowd, escorting her home. "Of course, it's Xiao Yu. You didn't recognize our beautiful Xiao Yu?" On the way, she remained in a daze until she saw her mom, then she began to wail. Her skinny arms swung clumsily, pounding her bedridden mom. "You should die, you should die. Why didn't you save me, you should die." Her mom was in tears but couldn't form a complete sentence due to a stroke. Gu, come back." I pulled out my phone and recorded the scene of the mother-daughter reunion, posting it on Zhou Yu's old live stream account. Update: your blogger is finally back. A heart-wrenching scene of motherly love, it's truly tear-jerking. The post immediately rose to the top of the trending list. It served as a warning to all netizens. I flipped through the comments until I saw one. "Finally back, it's time to settle the accounts." It was from a debt collection company. Looking at Zhou Yu's emaciated face, she got what she deserved. A week later, on a deep night, Zhou Yu's house suddenly caught fire. Her mom, lying in bed, was burned to death, while Zhou Yu, who had become mentally ill, escaped. The investigation suggested someone might have set the fire, but Zhou Yu was unable to face criminal charges due to her mental illness. She was confined to a mental hospital again. Just when it seemed like everything would settle down, the debt collectors found her in the hospital. During a fight, 3 strong men pushed her off the 5th floor. Zhou Yu died on the spot, and the 3 men were taken away by the police. My mom finished her story, sipping her tea.
You reap what you sow. Make honest money and don't do anything shameful.
That's how you can live a long and peaceful life. I smiled and stood up to massage my mom's back. I thought for a moment, then picked up my phone and opened Zhou Yu's account. I clicked unfollow. Starting today. Life is a new beginning.